where's your mind at with this? Because I feel like there's a lot going on, like I said, and it's actually sad. It's actually sad what's going on, and we could see this as a power move or just pure, just what pure, just a pure power move or hate. Where you at with this, Gabe?
You know, as I'm watching all this take place and researching as things are developing, um, my question is why? Why is Russia? Why is Putin? More importantly, why is Putin so hell bent on taking over Ukraine? And the world meets this with sanctions to cut off their finances, to
Mm-hmm.
try and starve them out, to not allow them to access funds to continue to fund this war. I understand the power play there. I understand what's happening there. Why those types of sanctions? More importantly, I come back to why. Why is this really happening? What is the motive? Why is Putin going after this? The thing that I thought was very noticeable, or rather that stood out to me as very noticeable, was that they went in and instantly took Chernobyl back, which is the power plant that had its meltdown
Mm-hmm.
years ago. And coming from an area where I've worked in a nuclear power plant, I understand uh, why would they go and take this? Is it still is there still nuclear fallout there? Understanding half life and all these different things that happen with radioactive material. Is it safe? Is it not safe? Because I'm pretty sure those troops that went into that area weren't suited up ready for radiate or ready rather for radiation. They went in, they took the area, and they now possess it. Is my and my thought is, are they looking to get nuclear power back online, back on grid? Are they looking to become energy independent of the world? Because the reality is, they could have nuclear, they have fossil fuels, and other technologies, and now it's common knowledge that Russians aren't any novice when it comes to nuclear power and nuclear energy. They know nuclear very, very well. So what is really happening? Is this being sold to us by mainstream media as it's a power play for Russia to take back the USSR and the Cold War and all these different narratives that we're hearing? But the reality is, why is the world up in? Why are we in? Why are we angry about this? Why is the world angry about this? Why is this such a big deal? I mean, and I hate to be the devil's advocate here, but who really got angry at the United States when we invaded other areas and took over Kuwait and went and did the oil and all these different things that the United States has done? Yet it looks like Russia's seeking power. I think nuclear power. They're looking to become energy efficient, and all these other things are happening, and the world's angry about it. So why? So
I,
looking at it from that perspective, I just keep asking myself, why? Why is this a big deal? Um, Other than the obvious, people are losing their lives. This is terrible.
mm-hmm.
I'm not saying this is okay. I'm not saying that this is very wrong. This is very terrible. There's on so many levels. Um, I think he's going to be will suffer major consequences on the road. There was rallies today in Chicago where the Ukrainian uh, community came out in effort and had a big rally, and they were talking about this. They were calling on the United States and the president and President Biden to respond, to do something. They cited all the times that Ukrainian soldiers had helped the United States, had helped NATO, had helped UN, and they're saying, "Yo, the check is due. Somebody needs to cash this. It's time to pay up." Uh, the Ukraine people have helped you guys. It's time for you guys to help out, and no one has stepped in so far.
Mm, I actually looking in the news today. I've seen that the same thing is happening here in Phoenix. There's a Ukrainian community that's actually speaking up and saying that the United States should help out as well. Um, I I didn't know that the Ukraine has had put
They have put boots
forces
on the
out
ground
there.
before, and I mean, think about the play here. You have Putin who instantly says, "If anyone interferes, you're going to have severe consequence." That's something along the lines of the history of your country has never known. And then today he activates his nuclear warheads. Today he says, "Hey, make these things ready to go. get this stuff ready. He goes on live television. He starts having this conversation. He's telling his people it's time to ready the nuclear warheads. So is he bluffing? I don't think he is. I think he's the kind of leader that will go after it. And I think he's the kind of leader that will push that button. I think he's trying to leave a legacy. I think he's trying to build something here. And I think if anyone gets involved, if he can't have history written the way he wants to, and the borders expanded of Russia, and get his energy independence, then guess what? No one's going to have it. Push the button. And that's
so
kind
you
of
believe. So with them already being producers of so much oil and things like that, at what point are you saying energy efficient? Explain to me that part.
Because nuclear is quote unquote it's emissions free. Granted, I could tie all kinds of stuff to say, well, it's not completely carbon or emission free because it takes tires and oil and gas to get things there, so on and so forth. But the production of nuclear energy itself doesn't leave a carbon footprint.
Okay. I didn't know that.
And I mean, we have the largest nuclear power plant in North America right here in Arizona. And it's in the desert. It's the only one in the desert. And so it powers a lot of areas. So nuclear power, I think, is really important. And I don't know if it's the goal. I don't know if it's his end game. I'm just looking at it, why go after Chernobyl? Why go after an old power plant? Why go after an old nuclear plant? Are they going to retrofit it? Are they going to fix it? What's the intent? What's the motive?